Alright guys, welcome back. Got another video here, Project Diablo 2. This time we're going to be looking at necromancer stuff. Hopefully my mic's a little better now. Not sick anymore, so that's nice. Okay, so the first video here is going to be Summon Necro. So very similar to the Druid summoning. However, there's a few things I've kind of realized since that video. But yeah, we'll check it out. Basically, you want to have a set of gear that you have when you're doing your actual summons so that you can get the highest level summon possible. And then after that, you put on all your aura gear to just give them auras. And that's the idea, is that you're not really having to wear the gear that gives you all skills. And also you have a lot of things you can swap. So like, for instance, when we're going to raise our skeleton warriors, we're going to use an undead crown because it's +3 skills instead of +2, the Shaco. That kind of thing. And when we summon our revives, we're going to be using the Shaco. So, little interesting tidbits you can do. I did test out a couple things here. So, one thing I thought would work would be that reanimate would work off of my my summons killing stuff, but it doesn't. It only procs off of things that I directly kill as a player. So, as you know, as a summon necro, you're not actually killing anything. It's your summons that are doing it. So this does not work. So forget about combining any kind of reanimate build here. It's just not in the cards. So let's take a look. So there's a few ways you can do summon necros. There's the golem way. There's the skeletons, and then there's the revives, right? So this particular build is focused on the skeletons. So we have 3 types of skeletons we can summon. We have the warriors, the mages, and the archers. So the archers are the new ones in PD2. There aren't any changes coming to this in Season 5 as far as I've seen so far in the patch notes. So nothing really to look out for there. But basically you want to max those 3 things. And then of course max skeleton mastery, which is going to buff up all of those things tremendously. So that's 80 points right there. So that's a lot. You want 1 point in Blood Warp. This allows you to teleport. When you teleport, all of your summons will teleport with you. So this is integral to the build. You can't skip this. And then you're going to go ahead and put 1 point in Revive, 1 point in each of the Golems, and ignore Golem Mastery for now. Next, in order for this build to work, you need Desecrate. So Desecrate is 3 points down into the poison tree here. And the reason you need Desecrate is it's a way for you to have corpses so that you can actually summon your dudes. So there is a way to play this build without Desecrate, and that's of course, waiting for your Merc to kill some units in Act 1 or something and kind of building up your army as you go, but that's not really a way you want to play the game. Also, with Desecrate, you can revive things that you couldn't normally revive, right? So as you can see, I'm in the cow level right now, so Desecrate's going to always spawn level appropriate mobs for you. So if I want to get a specific revive mob, I can go to a very specific area in the game and cast Desecrate a few times, and I'll be able to revive those minions. So let's try that out. Let's go to Worldstone Keep, and you can see on this particular floor we have the the ancients. We've got the salamanders and like the regular dudes. We go Ancients Way. Okay, we got the Dark Archers. We got the Hell Lords. Those guys are great. They have Crushing Blow. Abominations are not too bad. Frozen Palace. These mobs are all pretty shit, so you never want those. You can always go to River of Flame. River Flame is going to obviously have the Blunder Bars, as I call them, or the Urdars. These guys have a ton of health. They're very good targets to revive. The Abyss Knights are not bad either. They cast spells. You get the idea, though. You can go to a specific act in a specific area and find a different mob that you want to resurrect. So Desecrate's not something you want to skip. We also want to get 1 point in Bone Armor, just to have it, because we do have a lot of all skills going on, and having a bit of absorb is really nice. This is not mandatory though, because you're going to try to be avoiding damage as much as you can, but it's fine because I'm a level 99 character. It's somewhere to put the points. So And then for curses, you could go further down the curse tree. There is an argument to get lower resist so that you can have your golem do more damage and your mages do more damage. But I don't think that's worth it. So um, what I think instead is you just want to amplify damage. This is going to buff majority of your mob's damage. So the skeleton archers, the skeleton warriors, your revives if they're doing melee damage, as well as some portion of the melee damage from some of your golems. So I think that's fine. And also, if you don't want to be monkeying around with too many curses, it's just annoying. So, and then the last bit of points I drop into Golem Mastery. So this is like summon more golems. So you can see right here with the tooltip I can summon 4. If I didn't go and get bone armor, I would be able to max this out and have 5. So keep that in mind. I kind of messed that up. I would have changed that, but it's something you can either do. You either want one more golem or you want the bone armor. So yeah. Now note the you can see our raised skeleton is level 47. This one's level 53. Compared to our golem stuff, with 1 point in it, it's level 28. So our golems are not going to be that strong. However, they're great tanks. They have a lot of health. You can see this one's got 4k health. So it's still something you want to have in your army here. And yeah, that's it for the skills. In terms of stat points, you're going to want to have about you only need as much dexterity as you need to wear your beast. It's 59. And then as for strength, you need enough for your marrow walks, which is around 118. So other than that, you could just drop everything else into vitality. And if you really wanted a little bit more energy, you could, but there's really no reason for it. You could also try to get your block rate up. I don't think this is very important because you have a whole army around you. You're going to be getting you're going to just not be getting hit. So, but some people do like to put more dexterity in, especially if you're hardcore. Go for that. But I think just vitality is fine. So in terms of gear, there's a lot of moving parts. You can see I have a demon limb and a call to arms, as well as these aura items. So there's a bit of a setup here for the summoning and getting everything perfect. So if you don't really like a tedious build like this, then it's not going to be for you. But to do the most damage and get the most out of this, it's quite a bit of a rigmarole here. So keep that in mind. I do have simulated 9 summon skillers here, as well as a Torch and an Annie. That's pretty standard stuff. Let's take a look at the items. So the King Leoric Arm is the best one that you want, because it allows you to summon 2 more mages and warriors. It's also giving you basically 5 to all skills for those relevant mages and warriors, as well as the mastery. So this is the highest level of summoning you're going to have. So in the main hand you want that. Undead Crown, like I said before, it's +3 for when you're summoning your skeleton warriors, and then you'll switch it to any 2 all skill helm. I like the Shaco because it has some magic fine and it's nice to use it when you can. Bone armor is fine because it has 2 to necro skills and all resist. That's really the only reason I took it. You could use any armor that has +2 to all skills here, and you would be just fine. You could even use Enigma, and you wouldn't have to use Blood Warp. Save some health, so that's another option. I just realized the sound has been on the whole time. Hopefully that hasn't scuffed the video, but we'll keep going here. Bone Flame is simply 3 to all skills, so that's why I have that in the offhand. I have a 3+1 summoner here. Amulet, this is, not too hard to come by. Everyone saves +3 summoning amulets and slamming them. This will probably be around Vex or 1 HR. I've got Grave Palm, so these have 1 to summoning skills for Necro. This is the best gloves you can get. And then Marrowwalks has 2 to skeleton mastery, so again, no other options. Arachnid's Mesh is 1 to all skills. Pretty much a no-brainer, and I'm wearing 2 Wisps so that I have a very high Spirit of the Barbs, or Heart of the Wolverine, sorry. on the swap, we're using Beast for Fanaticism Aura, and we're also using Kalen's Legacy for the Vigor Aura. So you don't put these on until after everything is summoned. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have your Bone Flame in your offhand to do your Call to Arming. So yeah, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a little process you do, but yeah, we'll go through the summoning soon. Let's take a look at the Mercenary. The Mercenary is using Pride, so this has the level 18 Concentration Aura. This is going to give you the most amount of damage on an aura when combined with the Templar's Might aura. So those two, and then I've given him some all skills on the helm and regular standard defensive stuff. He's also got the Defiance aura. I think that's more important than Blessed Aim because I'm pretty sure that summons, at least most of them can't miss, so you don't really need that. I could be wrong about that. Go ahead and roast me in the comments, but I'd prefer the Defiance aura just so we have a lot of defense, as you can see. Yeah, so let's go through the process now. So we want to get some corpses on the ground first. So summon some corpses. We're going to need a lot. And also, I'm just going to revive whatever's here. I'm not going to go revive some good stuff because you understand that you just go get whatever you actually want. And we're going to start the process here. Make sure I have my Undead Crown on. And I'm going to do the Skeleton Warriors last. So we're going to go ahead and get the Shaco on. And first we're going to do our... well, actually, first we're going to bow ourselves. Because that's the... I just realized I need a +2 to all skills off. I need a lidless is what I need. So let's go grab that. So lidless is going to make this really much better. So, all right, perfect. So the reason I need a lidless is Call to Arms is it needs all skills, right? This is going to increase our battle order and battle cry. So first things first, we're going to battle command ourselves and battle orders. Alright, so now we have an extra 1 to all skills. Now we're going to start summoning our golems. So for golems, I like to do one of each. Right, one of those 3 each, and then you could do the iron golem if you really wanted, but I don't think it's necessary whatsoever. I would just go with either another clay golem or another fire golem. So I'm just going to go with 2 fire golems. Let's go ahead and buff ourselves with this. And now let's summon our Heart of the Wolverine. And now let's start summoning our revives. So you'll see that we can summon 3 revives. So that's fine because we only have 1 point in it. And now that the revives are done, we're going to want to start, let's get a few more corpses out. We're going to start with the skeletal archers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, perfect. And now the mages. You can see that we get 10 mages because of the Oryx. Now if I swap weapons, you'll see that the 10 mages still stay. So that's nice. And when I swap back, they'll disappear. So yeah, that's what I thought would happen. So yes, you cannot use the Oryx, summon your dudes, and then swap back to the Oryx. If you swap to this, and let's say we have our Beast on, right, and we'll maintain our 10 mages. However, as soon as we swap, we lose those 10, the extra 2. So be aware of that. So the mages are out. Now we're going to put on the Undead Crown, and we're going to summon our warriors. So that's good. 10, 10, 8. So that's all of our summoning done. So now we're going to very carefully swap. And now we're going to put the lidless back on. And now we're gonna buff all of our dudes with battle orders. So if they get the extra health. Okay, great. Now the beast goes on, or not yet actually. Now we're gonna enchant. So you can see everything's getting enchanted. You only have to do it once. And and now we put the beast on and this. And yeah, you can see that this is what I thought would happen. So now we're back down to 8 of each. So it looks like if you're going to be using the Oryx, you can't actually get the extra ones out if you want to have the auras going. So that's interesting. Quite sure having the auras is better than having 2 extra skeletal mages and skeletal warriors. However, I still think that having +5 when you summon them is going to be the best, so wouldn't worry about that. But now we're ready. So what we want to do is we want to have teleport ready, and of course our amplify damage. So let's take a look at how it works. We teleport in, and we just kind of wait, and everything should die pretty quick. You can curse stuff now with amp damage. And you can see the DPS is really high. Like things like basically instantly die when you teleport in. See my health is going down pretty quick, so you do get hit. So after you teleport, you probably want to walk around a bit just to move. So yeah, this is the build. Summoning Necros are not typically very good for something like mapping. It's not like a preferred thing to play because of how much setup there is. It just takes too much time. Same with the Druid summoning, to be honest. It's just not really worth the effort. The main strength in the summon build is, for Ubers, for Rathma, for early game, they're just really strong without much gear. So you can actually do like Veil runs pretty easily. But anyways, I wanted to show exactly how these things work. I do prefer the Necro over the Druid, just because you have something to do while you're waiting around. You can curse stuff, as well as you can summon way more things with the Necro, and you have a lot more options. Like if you want to go Golems, it's a totally different. Well, it's not totally different playstyle, but it's a totally different itemization. And they added the new skeleton archers, which are super strong. So yeah, that's the summon Necro. It's nice to test these things out to make sure that things work as intended. You do lose those extra mages and warriors from the wand on the swap, so keep that in mind. It just does devalue the item a little bit. It's still best in slot for how many skills you can get on one thing, but you can see none of my units have died. They have a ton of health. The kill speed is quick, but because it's a summon build, it's just kind of wonky, right? You have to wait for your own minions to attack. You can't really do it yourself. So. And then when they get spread out, the DPS kind of goes down. They are very fast though, because we have Vigor. Try to get to the boss here. You see how quick the boss dies. pretty damn quick though. There is a lot of damage coming out of the summons. It's hard to direct that damage. And I'll leave it there.